Hi. Hi. I wanted to try something new today. I hadn't tried this before, and it was just a little thing I wanted to try. And look how this took me about 3 minutes to make this little art piece. And I kind of really like this. I kind of really like this a lot. And so what I did was I had bought some um, markers. These markers here and these markers here. I was on Stacy's Pink Poodle um, auction, and she had these markers, and these are very inexpensive marker. I mean, they were very inexpensive when I bought them, but there's some Crazy Art brand and some Crayola brand washable, just watercolor, just regular inexpensive markers. So what I did was I took a piece of watercolor paper. This is just a regular cold press, I think. Let me see. Let me look at the book just to be sure. It's a cold press, and it is 140 pound 300 GSM paper. So I just took a piece of that, and I use my tape over what I use any kind of water. When I do my watercoloring, see how that has got the perfect frame around it to get that perfect, well, my tape was want to stick together. I take my masking tape and I mask the edges. Well, goodness, it wants to stick together. Just a minute, I'm just going to get some more on here. And I'm going to put the masking tape on. And so usually I use it more than once, because actually it works good using it a few times. I mask the whole edge, so there's not going to be any paint, no water, well, ink, marker, no marker. This is usually done with watercolors, but sometimes you may not have watercolors, and sometimes you just want to try something different. And I want to try using these markers. And I purchased the markers from the auction, first of all, because I was going to make, and I still will, make some alcohol inks. But then I thought, well, first I want to just try and see how it works out, just like this. Okay, so then once I got my paper, well, let me go ahead and tape it up just a little higher so it's in the frame. And then I take my water, I just spray water, and I'm going to wet this paper pretty good. I'm going to get that whole paper wet pretty good. And then I'm going to, well, the last one I tried with these little Crayola markers. Now I'm going to go to these Crazy Arts, and I'm going to see how they work. And we got an Expo in there too. I might not use that one. Okay, and so, and there's quite a collection of colors in this. Quite an assortment of colors in the Crazy Arts. And so let's see what I'm going to do. I've got my paper pretty wet, and I'm going to just let's see what we get here. I'm just going to go over with some color here, and so use some of the greens, and it's pretty already, isn't it? Let's see, the greens, is that the same green as those? They're all different. They're all a little bit different. Okay, I think I want to go with some blue, and so I'm just going to take these blues out of the bag. Oh, that's an Expo too. That's a dry erase. I must not use that one right now. And let me use some blues. Those are blues. This is not blue. I think I want to go with some orange, a little bit of orange. And this is a lot of markers in here. Maybe I'll use some yellow. I think I'm going to go, my paper is kind of warping there a little bit, which made a little puddle of water, which is okay. And I'm going to put some yellow in there. And then I'm going to go in with the blue. Let's get some blue going on in there. And then let's go with another color blue. Got kind of dry right there. Let's get some more water going on in there. And more glue there. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go in a little bit more with a little bit more orange. Let me get this orange. Let's see. And see how that water, look what's happening with that water. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now my paper kind of warped downward, so I'm kind of bending it up a little bit. And since this is just a real play, really not sure exactly, I can still see I can still see how the colors are kind of blending together. This is really kind of neat. And I notice on Stacy's, I usually watch her little auctions. I can't never get any. I like you to buy supplies. That's what I usually buy. I don't usually buy things that are already made up, because I buy supplies so I can make stuff up, you know. And so put a little bit more green right in there. And so, and usually if you can find something at somebody's auction, you're not only helping to support that artist, you're also helping yourself out with finding new products to use. And so, and now should I take this brown? Okay, I put some black in the other. Maybe I'll go ahead and take this black again, and I'm going to make a couple trees. Now this is really some rocket science for these trees. I'll make one here, and I'll make one here, and make one here. Some more water. My trees. Okay. Look at how that just spread. What's happening to my tree? Wow, is that cool? Wow, is that cool? And this hat, oh, how that water is just moving around on that paper and leaving that, oh my God, I love it. Okay. So, see, we don't know. This is just a practice, and let's see what happens if kind of a thing. And so, okay. Let me get that water off of there. Okay. So now it took all my black away, but it did change the color just a little bit. And I'm going to go again with my trees. And that's just some shadows of the trees. Just a shadow of the trees. Start skinny at the top and then go down. Okay. Oops. Let's see, I didn't exactly do what I wanted to do, but let's leave that for right now. And then I'm going to get my heat tool, and I'm going to see what I can do. Oh, Oh my goodness sake. When you're playing like this, you just never know what you're going to end up with. You never. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this already. And so I'm just getting that, I'm just drying it up. This is just a play, not knowing what's going to happen. And especially when you're able to get some products at a good price. And like I say, I just got these off of, if you go to Pink Poodle Crafts, she has an auction quite regular. That's how she supports herself, actually, and supports her craft. And she puts out some amazing videos and teaches amazing things. She's just a plethora of ideas and things. A mixed media artist is what she is. Okay, so now that is basically dry. Okay, I think I wanna, I might be messing up when I do this, but I think I'm gonna be fine, because I want to go again with my no, maybe that's not gonna. I wonder if I, oh no, it's still got plenty of ink in there. Just like that, it kind of puts the tree trunk back in there. Okay, so now you can see what it looks like there, but look what happens when you pull that tape off. Oops, let me get that. And I don't really want that wet on the, okay, let me get that dried off of there. Pulling this off of here. And this, oops, turned under there. That's what my problem is. This tape over here, because I can use that again, because I think I'm on a roll with this right now. And look what I have. Look what I have. Look at that. Now, is this going to be an awesome background for anything? If I were to put, like, I'm a real quote person, this one here, after it was, see how I did the different colors in here? After this part was dry, I took just the black marker and then put in some silhouette of some trees there. But look at there, and then this one, I put in the scribble trees when it was still wet, and so I could actually go back over them if it's good and dry, and I could actually, I don't know, I'm just playing though, so I can. And I'm just putting some little twigs in my trees here, some little limbs with this brown, and this is crazy art. These are not expensive markers at all. Not at all. I mean, you can get these probably at the Dollar General somewhere, and they're very, very inexpensive. And oh, I like this. What's happening to my tree here by just setting out, and I'm barely touching the paper with the marker. So it's, and these are watercolor markers. They're just, let's see, what is washable marker. It just says washable marker on there. And, look at that. This is, I don't know. This is awesome. And now, for those of you that are like me and say, man, I just can't do that watercolor paint, guess what? You can do this. And there, now look what I did to my trees. Now they really look like trees, don't they? Then this kind of looks like the sky here, and here is kind of looks like a sunset here. So by using the blue and let it gradiate, the different colors of blue, and let it gradiate into some yellows and the oranges, kind of made like a little sunset. And then the greens, you can't hardly see the greens over here that I put, but their green is there. And then when I put the black in to make the trees, this is what I ended up with. And I think that it is awesome. I'm gonna go up just a little straight line, bit up here, straight up. And when you tape off the corner, the edges of your watercolor paper, and tape off the corners of the watercolor paper, and I mean the corners, the edges, and when you pull that off of there, this is amazing. This is beautiful. A lot of water went all the way through there working on the trees there, but this is just a first try. This is a first try. So I don't know what would happen if I watered this. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to let that one go like it is, and maybe I'll make some more. But isn't that, and this, do you see how, you've seen how long it took? I mean, I've been on a video, this video is 16 minutes and 45 seconds long right now, and only half of that time I was actually doing anything. So isn't that wonderful? These are wonderful. And so, and so don't let yourself think that you can't, because I was one that always said, oh, I can't watercolor. This is using markers. Children's. These are usually what you buy for your children. They're very, very inexpensive. And like I say, these are a Crazy Art brand, and these other ones were Crayola brands. So Crayola is these ones here, and the Crazy Arts is these ones here. But I could probably use the most expensive watercolors in the world and come up with the same thing. Come up with absolutely the same thing. And I feel like singing this morning instead of reading, so I'm going to find just a little song in here. Let's see. Here. Let me see what. Let's start that over. Let me call you sweetheart. Let me call you. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so blue. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. That's Let Me Call You Sweetheart. Love it. Love it. Love them old songs. I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and I will see you on the next video. Make some art.